Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Karn Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Man, that hand is awkward. One mulligan. Same list that I just came in third with earlier today. This one's interesting, because, okay, so we want to go lab. Actually, there's no reason not to go Windswept Teeth first. We could imprint Sire, but I think we imprint Emrakul. And then we Rumble, so I think see, on one hand, I want to pitch the Sire. On the other hand, I want to pitch the Breeding Pool, because we want to turn to Rumble. Ideally find a soul land so we can kick a Myco spawn. But I'll leave us with only 5 mana, right? 2, 4, 5. I guess actually 7. So yeah, I think we pitched the breeding pool. It's a bit sketch. Yeah, we'll keep. Windswept Teeth, pass. Put a pause on end step. Flooded Strand, fetch. Sacred Foundry, shock. Looking like energy. Ocelot Pride, looking like energy. Fetch. In that case, I wonder if going for a red source would be right. I'm going to stick with the Hedge Maze, though. Surveil trigger. Top. So there's our soul land. So now I have a kicked Myco spawn on 3. Cast a Malevolent Rumble. We could go Talisman of Impulse. Writhing Chrysalis is off the table. So yeah, I think we stick with the Talisman then. That way we have access to a red source. 5 types in yard. We'll pass. So next turn we'll imprint the Sire 7 deaths and kick. We will need to draw into a threat, however. Ragavan dashed. Interesting. Why dash here? Could have a 1-minute value spell that they want to play. It's a Malevolent Rumble. That would have been nice to have, opponent. Thank you very much. Yeah, why dash there? Draw. Ugin Lab. Imprint. Kick a Myco spawn. I will go after the Sacred Foundry. No white source for you. Short of that treasure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll go Temple. This way I can play Sire next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll be 1 short of an Emrakul unless we draw into a 7-mana value spell. If we draw into a 7-mana value spell, we're in a good spot. Why dash to Ragavan? That seems wrong. Flock Ragvan? Why do that? Down to 14. Arid Mesa, fetch. 18. Sacred Foundry, shock. 16. Ah, Jolted Awake. Was not expecting that. Interesting. Draw. Stomping Ground. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stomping Ground, shock. Return Sire death, 7 death to hand. and pass. Hold up Myco Spawn as a blocker and pass. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, a 7 mana value spell gets us to Emrakul, but opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win for game 1 and move on to game 2. I'll cut Karn. Bring in Trinisphere and EE. We'll cut Ghost Quarter. We're not on the play, so we won't bring in Chalice. And run it back. Still not 1000% certain if this is correct with the Trinisphere, but I need more data to say if any degree of certainty. I mean, like a turn 2 Trinisphere just is good in general in these matchups. Another solid hand, I'll keep. I'll pass. Sacred Foundry, Onslaught Pride, and passing. Draw. There's that Trinisphere. Misty Rainforest, pass. Put a pause on end step. Hits me for 1. Down to 19. 19 all. Cast another Ocelot Pride, Marsh Flats, and triggers. Play Misty Rainforest for a Hedge Maze, trigger. Talisman to Yard. Casting window and Talisman right now is a bit awkward. Draw. Temple. Okay, well there's our kicked Myco Spawn, but what I kind of need to hit is a K return here. Oops. Ugin. Ugin's equally awkward is the problem. I'll grab the Ugin and pass. Fetch, Marsh Flats, Surveil trigger resolves. Land to Yard. 7, 7, 9. Yeah, that's a little bit uncomfy. We could just play the Myco Spawn non-kicked. I mean, they're going to gain life regardless, so it actually doesn't matter. I'll just take the hit. Yeah, if it was just one Ocelot Pride, I'd be tempted. But it's not a good option. Fetch of the Arid Mesa. Sacred Foundry, shock the 17. 17, 14. Casting Molten Rain. Well, that's rude. That resolves down to 12. On the bright side, they did not get 2 Cities Blessing. But I desperately need a K command. Or K return. We did find the K return. Okay. We can't cast it this turn, though. So we go Eldrazi Temple. Cast the Sowing Myco Spawn. Trigger Sowing Myco Spawn. Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab Imprint. Imprint Ugin. Resolve Myco Spawn. Cast Talisman of Impulse. And pass. This way next turn we should be able to play both the Trinisphere and the Kozilek's return. Otherwise we can actually cast or play the Bojuka Bog to empty their yard in case of a Flage. Arena of Glory, that's scary. A Johnny. I can't block the cats then, so I'm gonna take 6 down to 6. I mean, if they have a Goblin Bombardment, I lose regardless, right? So we'll take the 6. Down to 6. Paying cost. Where? Well, that's unfortunate. What's my out here now? Fetch? Yes. That's not a fetch. Well, yeah, that's that was great timing for that wear tear. Damn. I guess we could have played it safer and gone with a Stomping Grounds tapped. Of course, that could also just die to a Molten Rain. But yeah, that was rather unfortunate. We'll concede. Guys, just confirming one more time. No outs. No. Didn't think so. Cool. Concede. Oof. Good timing on that wear tear. All right. Well, let's move the sideboard for game 3. We'll be on the play. Bring in Chalice. And cut Gemstone. Let's run it back. On the play for game 3, I will keep Lab, Imprint Sire, Cast Talisman, and pass. Drawn into either a 7-mana value spell, which we have 10 of, or a Temple would be pretty good. So that's 14 hits off the top. Slot Pride, draw, Breeding Pool. I will play the Forest and pass. Let them hit me for 1. See what they play on second main. In response, I'll slot Pride down and pass. Draw, Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3. In that case, I'll cast a Malevolent Rumble. Could go Eldrazi Temple. Could equally just go Trinisphere. I mean, Trinisphere will slow them down quite significantly unless they have a third land. Temple, however, would allow me to cast Sire 7 deaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But that only requires that they don't interact with the spawns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I guess 8, because we'll have another spawn. I'm going to go Trinisphere. I'm going to go Breeding Pool, Shock, Trinisphere, and pass. We have Sire 7 deaths next turn unless they interact with the spawns. There's their third land. They can only play 1 per turn now, though. And imagine they have an Ajani is the only problem that I foresee. They could have a Molten Rain. That would be a problem. Yeah, mana's a little bit awkward right now. Flage. Play targets. Spawn. So sacrifice spawn, sacrifice spawn. So now we can no longer cast the Sire, but that's okay. Draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I stand corrected. No imprint. Triggers. I will not exile. And pass. Do you have a static prison? If you do, that's your entire turn though, right? That's the nice thing about Trinisphere in this matchup. It just locks them down to 1 per turn. So maybe I do like Trinisphere in this matchup. Alright. Solid win for match 1. We'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. I will keep. We're going to go Ugin Lab first, imprinting Emrakul in case we draw into another Soul Land off the top. Otherwise, we'll end up stomping grounds into a Malevolent Rumble. Ugin Lab, imprint, pass, and hold. Verdant Catacombs, fetch. Fetching for... Overgrown Tomb, Shock, Thoughtseize? Gilded Goose. Okay, so it's Samwise combo. That's what this tells us. Utopia Sprawl. We can play that next turn. I think we hold the command because can they win next turn? 3 mana, so I don't think they can. So Stomping Ground, Shock, Malevolent Rumble. There's Emrakul. We don't really want Emrakul right now, though. I'll grab a Forest. I guess we could grab Talisman. Talisman is a thought, actually the better thought, because we can cast that and then Utopia Sprawl. Let's go for green. And pass. Next turn we'll have access to 6 mana on 3. There's the Rising Canopy. There's Wall of Roots. We're likely going to have to hold up this K command at this point. Oh, maybe not. There's Sam. Draw. Well, we need to get rid of Sam regardless. Go Verdant Catacombs. Verdant Catacombs fetch. Fetch for a forest. K command. Exile the Sam. X equals 4. Five card types in Yard. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have Emrakul next turn. I'll hold up the ability to respond on the off chance that it's relevant. They could Sam into Cat into Vizier, not Vizier, Viscera Seer. If they have those 3 cards in hand, they win. Beseiju. That's a bit rude. We'll go for a Hedge Maze trigger. Rumble top. Voice Resurgent resolves. And draw. I will cast Malevolent Rumble. Ugin, Eye of the Storm. I'm going to get rid of Wallaroots. Draw of Ugin, Utopia Sprawl. Bajukabog, target you, and pass. Thoughtseize hits the World Breaker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 9. I'm short on the Ugin. Or short on Emrakul, rather. I will block. And draw. Well, that should do it. Gemstone. Utopia Sprawl for red. I could just get rid of the Voice Resurgence now. Any reason for me to do so? I mean, they can't get the combo on board. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I want to hold up red-green. X equals 3, trigger, target. I played a land for turn, so bottom, top, and I think at that point we just hold. No reason for me to press forward. Birthing Ritual. That will resolve. There's no way you can win, whereas I will win the following turn. Gets a Gilded Goose, creates a food, Voice of Resurgence. Any reason to cast a K command? Currently, no. Alright, well, Alt Ugin. Karn. I mean, at this point, opponent should just scoop, because, yeah, we'll go Karn, K return to sweep, Null Drifter, Null Drifter, Null Drifter, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's just GG's at that point. Alright, solid win against Samwise. For Samwise, we bring Dismember. And take a look at my sideboard guide real quick. Samwise. We cut the Ghost Quarter. Oh, that's right, we want Jailer as well. Yep. So cut Sire, cut Breaker, cut Ghost Quarter. Run it back. On the draw for game 2. I'll keep this. It has a decent amount of interaction. You just need to draw into a soul land. Running Catacombs, fetch. Shock, Thoughtseize. You might want to take the Dismember, would be my guess. Otherwise, I'll take Rumble, so I have less chances of getting a double colorless source for the K command. Yeah. Takes the Talisman. Interesting. So in Mycospawn, Hedge Maze, Trigger, World Breaker. I'm going to put that on top, and there will be a reason for it. Pass. This way, if we draw into or find a Ugin's Lab, we'll be able to imprint the following turn. Gilded Goose. We'll be able to hold up the Dismember. Windswept Teeth. Fetch. Stomping Grounds. Shock. Malevolent Rumble. There's the Eldrazi Temple. Alright, we'll hold up this member. 3 cards in hand. Fetch the Windswept Teeth, that resolves. Shadowy Backstreet, Surveil Trigger. There's Sam. They're thinking about it. Goose. Okay. So yeah, I want to say they have Sam in hand. Carrion Feeder. So there's a sack outlet. Sacrifice a creature. I could Dismember. We will be able to E-Temp and then hold up the commands. End step. I mean, if we get rid of their sack outlet, they won't be able to do much. And draw. Okay, so we have a few different course of actions now. We'll play Temple. And we'll hold up the K commands. Birthing Ritual. I'm going to make their life a little bit more difficult. Kozilek's Return. And pass. This way they only have one thing to sacrifice. White Orchid Phantom? Well, that was unexpected. Forest. Now I need a land off top. Hold up the Dismember. Huh. Yeah, I would not have expected White Orchid Phantom in this matchup. Color me surprised, friend. Crystal Barricade. Non-combat damage that would be dealt to other creatures you control. You have hexproof. Yes, that is fine. Birthing Ritual. Sacrifice the White Orchid. Renegade Rallier. Well, that is awkward. Yes, that will resolve. Green. I need a land off top. That's not a land. Alright. Well, we're in a pickle now. There's Sam. Windswept Heath fetch. Oh, for the Dryad Arbor. Yeah, I did not consider that, did I? Huh. Creates a food. I might have to deal with the Renegade Rallier. Yeah, that White Orchid Phantom really threw a wrench into things. Down to 5. Lethal is on board, for what it's worth. So it's kind of soul land or bust, isn't it? There's the Carrion Feeder. Draw. Cavernous Souls will work. Name Eldrazi. Cast Sowing Mycospawn. We have to block the Carrion Feeder. Eldrazi Temple. And pass. Yes, we are forced to block the Carrion Feeder. The only problem is if they find the cat, we're dead. Block. Pass. 3, 1. Birthing Writ. If they find the cat, we lose. Yeah, I guess in retrospect, that's rude. That's a strip mine too, so I will not search. I guess I should have cycled the Kozilek's command in retrospect. Huh. Draw. Malevolent Rumble. Emrakul. Don't think that's enough. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately not. We can't even exile White Orchid Phantom. That will be the game. I'll concede. Yeah, I guess I should have just held up the K command. I was thinking that it would make sense to get rid of the Gilded Geese, forcing them to sack the Waller Roots if they wanted something. Just was not expecting as many White Orchid Phantoms as we saw. So that was a bit weird. Just a tiny bit. But now that we know that's there, we can play around it. On the play for game 3, I will keep. No reason to play the temple first. Play forest, pass, and pass. Over and Tomb, Shock, Thoughtseize, Cauldron Familiar. Cauldron Familiar is fine. Draw. Forest. Is there any reason to play the Temple? I mean, if we want to kick the Myco spawn, they don't have a single white source, so we're safe from White Orchid. We do Whiff, though. Talisman of Curiosity doesn't give us the colors we need, so we'll go for the Windswept Teeth instead, so we can shock in the Writhing Crisp, potentially. I'll hold up the ability to respond. Depending on what they play here, if they play Sam, for example, I think we need to go Karn into Tormod's Crypt. Because if they do, then they're one card away from the combo. Birthing Ritual. Okay. So it is now possible that they could Birthing Writ into a White Orchid Phantom, and that would prove to be an issue. And the fact that you dig 7 cards deep is kind of nutty. Huh. Sacking. Sam. Okay, so we'd love a K command then. Draw. No K command. But this is a kicked Myco spawn into a Bajuka Bog? Yes. One, two, three, four. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't go into Karn and a Jailer, but we can Bajuka Bog and make their life harder. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 2, so we wouldn't be able to go Chrysalis and... Ogre and Tomb Shock to 13. Carrion Feeder. So now they need a cat. Safekeeper. If they find the cat off of the Birthing Writ, we lose. Yeesh. And we can't do anything in regards to targeted removal thanks to Sylvan's Safekeeper. If they found the cat, it'd be an easy pick, but they found nothing. Draw. Myco Spawn. We can kick the Myco Spawn again, but I don't think that's the right move. I can cast Karn. Unfortunately, I can't EE for one. So, Karn into Jailer's our best play. Yes. Cast Karn the Great Creator. Minus Karn the Great Creator. Yes. For Soulless Jailer. Soulless Jailer and pass. No attacks. And pass. So I now need a way to get rid of the Soulless Jailer. Next turn I can EE for 1. There's Beseiju. Hedge Maze, trigger. World Breaker to Yard. Alright, do you find the cat? They did not find the cat yet again. Cyrus 7 deaths is not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. And we need 3. I guess we could have maybe held World Breaker to get rid of the Birthing Writ. I guess I can also go 2 getting rid of the Birthing Writ and Sam. That's also a thought. So we do that, we need 4 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. So would I be able to go 7? Okay, hold on. Kick Mycospawn. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. And then 5. And minus 2 would be 3. So we can kick a Mycospawn. That's still 2 mana. Let's get rid of their white source. Their white source or black source? Let's get rid of their white source. That's fine. Sam has Shroud. I need 2 and then 2. So I could go Temple. I just then need to fetch a Windswept Teeth for a Stomping Ground. Yes. Temple. Resolve. Windswept Teeth. Minus Karn the Great Creator. Yes. For Engineered Explosives. Fetch the wind. I guess I could have. Oh, this is where Stone Brain would have been good. Jeez. For 2. Go to combat. And Bone scoops it up. Alright, you got there. Yeah, in retrospect, probably going Stone Brain would have been the best. Just name Cat at that point. Alright, well, we got the win regardless, and we're in a pretty decent position, all things considered. But we'll be back for match number 3. Alright. And we're back for match 3. On the draw for game 1, I'll keep. I'll pass. This is a turn 2 Karn. Draw. Forest. Utopia Sprawl. Does it resolve? It does for red. We'll pass. Fetch Flooded Strand for Meticulous Archive. Could be the control matchup. Puts 1 card on top. Pass. Steam Vent Shock for Portable Hole. Rude. Blue for Tameo. Okay. Draw. Ugin Lab. Imprint Emrakul. Attempt to resolve Malevolent Rumble. It resolves. Next turn we'll have 6 mana available to us. Could just go Wooded Foothills so we have red. So we can play the Chrysalis. Might not be the worst idea. And pass. And hold. This could also be Jeskai Ascendancy. That would make sense based on the colors and the cards we've seen, including Corey's Steel Cut. Fetches, plays Emery, I imagine. Mox Amber, yes. So we were correct based on that. There's the Emery. They do need Emery in order to in order to win. I'm a bit worried about Metallic Rebuke. Draw. Another Rumble. 1 card in hand. They have 1, 2, 3, so they can definitely do that. I wonder if I can bait them out with a Rumble if they have the Rebuke. By purposely not playing a land first. Well, I guess actually, let me cancel that real quick. 1, 2, 3, I'd still be, yeah, I'd be short 1 on the Rebuke, basically. Emery cannot remain on board. That is a matter of fact. Either that, or we need some way to make sure that they can't loop a 0 mana value spell. So yes, I'll start with a Rumble. See if they want to be aggressive. Well, there's the Stomping Grounds and a Cavern of Souls for what it's worth. I'll have to go for the Stomping Grounds. We do want the red source. Stomping Ground, Shock. Kozilek's Return? Do you have the Metallic Rebuke? Fetch of the Fledge Channel. Looks like they do. Hollowed Fountain, Shock. And sure enough. Yes. Okay, so we played that correctly. They have 0 cards in hand, which is good for us. So we can make this work. They don't have the win. And they can't double cast. I guess they'll crack the clue. Saga also is a thing. Still can't double cast then. No artifacts in yard. We'll take 3 down to 13. Okay. Draw a card. They can draw another and flip the Tameo. That is an option. We see 2 Metallic Rebukes in yard. Repeal. Target Amber. Flips the Tameo. Amber triggers Corey's Steel Cutter. One card left in hand. Draws with the clue. 2 cards in hand. Bobble. Bobble target me. And bobble trigger. Draw. Talisman of Curiosity. We could simply play Karn into EE for 0. That would take out the monk tokens. It does allow Tamiyo to kind of move forward unfettered. How does repeals read? Non-land permanent. Another option here is to go for Tormod's Crypt. Let's start with an Eldrazi Temple and attempt to resolve a Writhing Chrysalis. Trigger 1, always resolve. Trigger 2. Cast Karn the Great Creator. Do you have Metallic Rebuke? Minus Karn the Great Creator. Yes. For Tormod's Crypt. Cast Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt. Target you. And pass. And pass. Saga trigger. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If they do kill Karn, that will be 13, where we can take control of their turn and sweep. Memory. Keeps the old one. And does hit a repeal. There's Flage. Flage targets. Flage target Karn. So that'll be 7 types in yard then. Alright. Okay, we can do a decent amount of damage next turn then. We'll fail to find out the Urza Saga. Tamiyo picks up the repeal. 5 cards in yard. Repeal target spawn, sack spawn in response. Trigger the Chrysalis. Always yield. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're now short. No legal target, so they do not draw. They can deal me 4, but lose a monk in the end. The best case scenario here is that we draw into a 7 mana value spell. End step. Draw. Okay, command's pretty good too. So, in that a case, we need to get rid of Emery. Interesting. We want to get rid of Flage. We want to get rid of Emery. Fetch Wooded Foothill or Forest. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Play Talisman of Curiosity. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we do have the Emrakul next turn now. Exile Emery. Exile Flage. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I can exile the yard, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess only 4. Repeal, Emery, Tarn. I guess Emery, Emery. And 4. And pass. No attacks. And pass. Okay, next turn I get to sweep. Unless they have a Soul Guide Lantern main. That would be unfortunate. Makes us construct. They could haste the construct. Oh no. Opponent. Don't be rude. Yeah, Tormod Script main is a bit unfortunate. I will admit. Equip it to the construct. I'll take the 6. Tamiyo tick up. Yep. Well, that does put a damper on things, doesn't it? Oh, there goes my yard. Draw. Well, Sprawl doesn't really cut it. Play Sprawl for red. And pass. And hold. 3 cards in hand. I guess we did take a bit of a gamble. Maybe we should have made spawns. Cast Corey's Steel Cutter. Prowess triggers. That's lethal damage on board. I mean, yes, that's lethal damage on board. I'll concede. So it is Jeskai Ascendancy. Should I have played around the Tormod script and X equaled 4? For spawns. I mean, we need to get rid of the Flage, I suppose. 1, 2, so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 10. So you still been short on the Emrakul. I guess I could have tried to drink deep from the well and just Scrydrawed. I mean, I guess at the very least the spawns we would have been able to pump the Chrysalis. Yeah. I was not thinking they were going to have Grave Hate main, I'll be honest. Oh, let's bring in Jailer. Let's bring in Dismember. Let's cut the Gemstone Cavern because we do want to keep the Ghost Quarter. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else I want to bring in this matchup. Cut the K-Return, cut an Emrakul, bring in a Jailer, bring in Dismember, and Trinisphere. Okay, let's run it back. Yeah, Emrakul is a bit unfortunate there because they had the Tormod script. If they didn't have the Grave Hate main, then we would have been in a good spot. Probably should have played around that. Yeah. On the play for game 2. I'll keep. This is a turn 2 Trinisphere. Opponents goes down to 6. Stomping Ground Shock. Utopia Sprawl. Could go for blue. Yeah, kind of makes sense here since we have the talisman. And pass. And pass. Worst thing we could see here is probably an Urza Saga. No Urza Saga. Passing. Could have Consign. Play Temp. Attempt to resolve Trinisphere. Trinisphere resolves. Pass. So they shouldn't be able to do anything for the next at least one turn. So for next turn they can't do anything. Pass. Sacred Foundry tapped and pass. Draw. Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab. Imprint Emrakul. Talisman. And pass. And hold. So next turn I'll be able to kick the, or not kick, but just play the World Breaker and get rid of a land, setting them back. Shock the Hallowed Fountain and hold. Could be a Consign. That would be unfortunate. Draw. Paying cost for Wear Tear. Well, that's rude. 2, 4, 5, 6. That does resolve. Chrysalis. Misty Rain. Pass. And hold up the ability to respond. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're still short 3. Blue. Spellbomb. Okay. Bobble. Blue, red, white for Jeskai Ascendancy. Emery resolves. Consign Opal. So they do have the 0 mana now. End step. Fetch Misty Rain. Hedge Maze. Ugin Lab. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Put that on top. Draw. Well, if they have the Consign. Ugin Lab. Imprint. Return. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I meant to return the Emrakul on end step, and I didn't. I mean, as per usual, a mistake is a mistake, no matter how you cut it. I'm just going to chalk that up to the fact that this is my, how manyth round? I played 4 rounds of Swiss. And then 2 in the top 8. So that's 6 rounds of Magic there, not including the 3-hour drive. It's been a long day, we'll put it that way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're short. Damn. Yeah, we had the right line, we just fucked it up. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll likely get ultra punished for that. Fetch of the Scouting Tarn, probably for Surveil land. Yep, there's the archive. I mean, if they have the Jeskai Ascendancy, they win. Damn. That's so unfortunate. Puts 1 card on top. And pass and hold. Scouting Tarn. 2 cards in hand. Emery brings back Opal. Opal resolves. I feel like if they had the Jeskai Ascendancy, they would have played it before returning the Opal, right? Flage. Flage targets. Flage targets Writhing Chris. 1, 2, 3. I mean, that'll put a type into yards. That's fine. Yes, that resolves. 4 types in yard. 1 card in hand. I mean, I guess at this point, just seeing if they have the consign, right? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're in the clear. Hold up the ability to respond. Draw. I think we just send it. Our turn, comrade. Trigger resolves. Body resolves. Do you Aether Spellbomb my Emrakul? I'd imagine so, right? Steam Vents, tapped. Spellbomb Emrakul? Yes. Narset. It's a 3/4. Consigned to memory. Okay. So we have a few things that we can do then. Main. So we want to consign in some way, shape, or form. We can escape the Flage. We could then bounce the Flage. I would like to be able to get rid of the Emery. The alternative is what? This one's a bit tricky, I think. Because, yeah, we play the Flage. I would like to hit the Emery with Flage's ETB. I would then like to be able to bounce the Flage with Aether Spellbomb, but I'd like to get rid of this Consign for obvious reason. I don't think I can do all of the above is the problem. That's awkward. Emery, target, Aether, Spellbomb. We need white, white. White, white, red, red, blue. We'll have the Mox Opal. So this is mana neutral. There's Aether Spellbomb. White, white, or red, red, white, white. And then Mox Opal acts as blue. We can cast Flage. White, white. Or rather, red, red, white, white. So we'll get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Flage ETBs. We'll deal 3 damage to the Emery. So Emery down. Yes, Emery down. And then Aether Spellbomb, return Flage to hand. You could crack Bauble, but probably not worth. They do have the Consign in hand, which is just something we'll have to contend with. They know about the Emrakul. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tormod's Crypt. Well, Emrakul's offline then. Here comes Flage. Flage targets me, down to 13. They might have just gotten overconfident. Tormod's Crypt my yard, yes. Bauble me. Now we have Karn. Narset. Pitches Consign. Draws 2. Actually draws 3. Yeah. Yep. They may have grown overconfident. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me confirm something real quick. I can draw 2 off of Drift. Okay. At the very least, we do want to cast Karn. Does Karn resolve? Karn resolves, I'll minus Karn. Yes. For Tormod's Crypt. Cast Tormod's Crypt. Tormod's Crypt, target you. I'm gonna draw with Null Drifter, adding another type to yard. I'm gonna sprawl, and we'll go for green. And pass, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where's a Saga? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we're short. There's Corey Steelcut. And there's Emery. Emery ETB. There's Mox Amber. Mox Opal. So no matter what, Karn is down then. So Karn will be down. 1 card left in hand. That will add another type to yard though. That will resolve. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we do have 13 now. They've cast 2 or 3. Equip Corey's Steel Cutter to Emery. That way you can play another Amber from Yard. And that way you can draw more cards with Narset. Alright, Narset triggers. They have 3 mana available. I mean, I think at this point, I need to just cast Emrakul and see if they have Jeskai Ascendancy. Declines to use Narset's ability. Interesting. We haven't used Bajukabog yet. We could get rid of Saga and then hold up K-Command. We could K-Command Emery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 4 would get me the ability to do that. So in that case, I'm going to start by kicking. Kick Saga. One, two, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go Cavernous Soul. Cavernous Soul's name's Eldrazi. So I Micro Spawn resolves. Exile Emery, and we can exile 3. Done. And pass. Paying cost. So it looks like this Metallic Rebuke Otawara. Okay. That actually still works in our favor. Pass. Emery. Find Soul Guide Lantern, but that's about it. There's Portable Hole, I suppose. Actually, Soul Guide Lantern is relevant. I can empty my yard. Damn. Corey Steel Cut. Soul Guide Lantern. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're 3 short now. Oof. All right. Empties my yard. Should have waited until after attacks. Yes. Because now I can block. I'll take 6 down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 2 short, so we need a temple. Or way to put 2 types in the yard. That works, actually. Okay, so how do you want to proceed here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Actually, let me confirm one thing. All my forests are in fact not in the yard or in exile. I actually did this in my RCQ earlier today, and my opponent was befuddled, to say the least. Or like, wait, what did you just do? Like, I ghost courted my own land, so that way I could cast Emrakul. Emrakul's uncounterable. You have a consign for the trigger. I think you actually might be out of consigns. Yeah, you are. Our turn, comrade. Quarry Steelcut, Mox Amber. Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Yeah. Go to main, play the Scouting Tarn. Scouting Tarn fetch. I will not. Oh, interesting. There's no Jeskai Ascendancy in here. Huh. Would you look at that? In that case, Portable Hole and opponent controls. That is relevant. So I can... Emery, target Soul Guide land. Actually, no, that says only opponents control. Ugh, seriously. In that case, yeah, it might just be worth sending Narset or Emery. Attack. I'm gonna say Narset into Emrakul. No, I guess I should have played the Amber at least, so that way they didn't have... And they'll still have 2 because of Emery. Maybe we should have put Emery in. Yeah. Because it actually is possible they might win now. As awkward as that is. Because, yeah, Quarry Steelcut. Yeah, that is actually a bit awkward. Because if I would have played... There's Soul Guide. Trigger. Yeah, I mean, one more. They do have the one more. Yeah, so I should have played the Opal. Yeah, so we made a misplay there. I was trying not to trigger Corey's Steelcut, but because I hadn't played anything, yeah. Yep, that will be the game. So I did misplay there by not playing the Amber, and I think by not attacking with Emery. We should have attacked him with Emery. We should have played the Amber. Yep. Yeah, so we did misplay. But it is what it is. Mistakes were made, and mistakes are mistakes. But yeah, so mistakes were made. I guess we could have pitched the hand to Narset. Oh, actually, can I read Narset? Oh. Okay, that's something that I just learned, and that's really good to know. I wouldn't have thought about this had opponent not mentioned it. You can... Yeah, if I had attacked with Emery... Okay, yeah. I should have attacked with Emery into Emrakul, Narset would have triggered on end step. I could have then pitched the hand, draw nothing since I didn't play anything. Oh, yeah, that would have worked. I did not even consider that. For some reason in my head, it was one of those moments of, well, I have to, in order for this to work, I have to have cast spells, right? No, it doesn't state that at all. So, yeah, I mean, that is a good example of like familiarity with cards, and I'm just not as familiar with Narset as I am, other cards like Corey Steelcutter, Emery, Urzasag, etc., right? So that's actually good. That is a good learning moment. That demonstrates my unfamiliarity with Narset, Jeskai Waymaster, but now that gives me more lines the next time that I run into Jeskai Ascendancy. Okay, so good news. That does give me more options. So I'm happy about that at the very least. So we might have lost, but we walked away with more knowledge. So I'll be happy with that. With that said, we'll be back for match 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. I'll keep this hand. I will pitch, I think we pitched the Ugin. Actually, no. Bajuka Bog? Yeah. Ugin. And I'm sitting here thinking, do we pitch the Bog? Sacred Foundry. Tapped Ragavan. Yeah. Talisman of Curiosity. Okay. World Break. Talisman. Pass. And pass. Next turn we can K-command X equals 2. We would like to get rid of the Ragavan, but if they do play in a Johnny, that might be the priority. It's Talisman of Impulse. That's okay. I can live with that. Guide of Souls. And Bombardment. Makes the K command arguably worse. Forest. Talisman. I would like to get rid of the Guide of Souls, but I think I need to instead K-command the Ragavan. I'm gonna hold. Arid Mesa. Pre-combat main phase. Casting. Go to combat. Before combat. Let's not belabor the point, shall we? And done. Ragavan down. Bombardment, ping me for 1 to 17. Got a soul swing for 1, I'll take down to 16. Yeah, I don't exactly want Ragavan tearing through my deck if I can help it. There's a Johnny. We did assume that might be the case. Yeah, might have been right just to hold the Command X2, but again, I didn't want Ragavan just tearing through my deck. Ping spawn, sack spawn, pass in full. 2, 4, 5, so we're short 2 on the drift. Give me the face for 2, down to 14. Maybe the Ugin was the right keep. Breeding pool. Yeah, because we would have been able to exile the Johnny. I will evoke. 2. K command. And Karn. But Jukabog, target you and pass. Maybe I should have held the lab. That way would have had 2 colors for X1 K command. Yeah, probably should have sequenced that just a bit differently. Alright, let's see how much damage you can do. Right now, we're looking at 3 down to 10. At the very least, they're hasting something. That's a bit frightening. Voice of victory. I think I'm dead. Oh, yeah, I'm very much dead. Okay, yeah. Because they're going to get a ton of creatures and then smack me in the face with Johnny. Yep. Yeah, so it wouldn't even have been... The K command wouldn't have done much, basically. 8 creatures. We're gonna concede, friend. So loss for game 1. On the play for game 2. So bring in Trinisphere, EE Chalice, cut Karn, Gemstone Ghost Quarter, and run it back. Alright. I'm exhausted. I've been up since like 7 a.m. Interesting. I'll keep... Go... I'm actually kind of thinking we go Jukabog. We can EE for 1. Jukabog, target you. I think play like Ragavan, Guide of Souls, EE for 1 just to delay. Sacred Foundry, Shock, Guide of Souls, draw, Talisman. Oh, well that does push me into a different direction. Because if we draw into a 7 mana value spell, we can kick a Myco Spawn next turn. I will go with Talisman of Impulse and pass. And pass. There's a plane, Static Prison. That's actually fine, because now EE does a lot more. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay. They can float the guide. They don't really mind doing that because they'll get a energy off the Pride on end step. Yep, so they'll hit me for 3. EE does a lot of work here now. Draw. There's the temple. Okay, so let's go EE for 1. Done. Play temple. Do I crack EE now? No, I should wait for them to use the 1 energy. See if they do so, of course. Like, they know I'm going to crack the EE, so they might not want to spend it. At the same time, if they don't, then I get to do other things. Go to combat, crack the EE, give me back my talisman, thank you, and pass in full. We currently have access to 2, 4, 6, going on to 7 mana next turn. Ocelot Pride, land, pass. Draw. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Kick Sowing Mycospawn on the Sacred Foundry. Fetch with the Marsh Flats. Elegant Parlor. Should have actually held that. There's a legitimate reason why you should, because if they had flipped the Flage, I could have Bajuka. I guess we have Bajuka Bog already. Never mind. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could Sanctum of Ugin to follow up. If they Molten Rain, they're going to Molten Rain the Ugin Lab, so that's a moot point. Yeah, I think Sanctum of Ugin's right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Sanctum of Ugin, and pass. So they'll be able to play the Sire next turn, unless they really interact with my board. Paying cost for the Guided Soul, so no Molten Rain. No attacks. Draw. K return. I mean, yeah, I think it might just be right to K return here. Let's go to combat. Down to 15. Play Ugin Lab. No imprint. I'm gonna hold and pass. Fetch with the Arid Mesa. Elegant Parlor. Keeps it on top. Arena of Glory. Thankfully no Flasian Yard. Hasting. Well, this seems like it's going to be a Voice of Victory. In response. And Bone scoops it up. We'll take the win for game 2. And go to sideboard. I'll cut the Chalice of the Void. And bring back in the Gemstone. Run it back. Yeah, this looks solid. We'll keep. We'll pass. So Forest, Utopia Sprawl for red, Ugin's Lab, Imprint, Emrakul. We can hold with the K return or just cast it on turn 2. So we have good options available to us. Opponent goes down to 6. Flooded Strand, Fetch, Shock, 17, Ocelot Pride. Probably the best case scenario there. A turn 2 Trinisphere also looks nice. Forest, Utopia Sprawl for red, and pass, and pass. I wonder if you want a Trinisphere. Arena of Glory. Casting, Voice of Victory. I kind of want to get rid of the Voice of Victory, because it does make my life a little bit difficult. Interesting. Ugin Lab. Imprint. K command. Ramp exile. And done. And hold. There's a third land, so Trinisphere won't do much right now, though it might limit them. That's actually fine. Does shut off my K return for right now, though. Thinking. Go to blocks. Block you. Sack. Done. Draw. Mycospawn. We could just play the Sowing Mycospawn and grab a Stomping Grounds tapped. Either that or just a fetch. Alternatively, we could go Malevolent Rumble. And then Trinisphere. I think Sowing Mycospawn's right here. I'll say I'm kind of tempted just to go for a fetch. That way they can't just Molten Rain the Stomping Grounds. I'll go for a Wooded Foothill. And then pass. 2 cards in hand. Would have really liked to have been able to kick that. Land. Molten Rain. So we were right to play around. And we're cool to exile. They can't attack, though. End step, fetch. Stomping Grounds tapped. Draw. Talisman. Cast Malevolent Rumble. Go Verdant Catacombs. Play Verdant Catacombs. Fetch Verdant Catacombs for a forest. And play Talisman of Curiosity. And pass. No attacks. 1 card in hand. Fetch of the Windswept Teeth. Elegant Parlor. Worst case scenario here would be a Flage. Ragavan. And pass. Land. Able to Mirror Breaker is fine. No attacks. And draw. A second K return. I'll pass and hold. Fable. Pitch of the Sacred Foundry. That's bad news bears. Targets. So I need a Sowing Mycospawn or the Bajuka Bog. Mycospawn down. Go to combat. K return, sweep. Draw. 7-11. Playing this Trinisphere may not help me. We're going to take 12 down to 2. I mean, if I draw into a Malevolent Rumble, you go down from 4 down to 3. 4 down to 3. Let's say we hit the 8th type. If we do that, I think I have to hold Decay Return. Let's hold Decay Return. Fable. Flip. Like I said, they're going to haste the Flage for 12 damage, put me down to 2. Yeah, the double Molten Rains really hurt me here. There's Flage. Flage ETB, target me. Yes, down to 11. Hit me for 9, down to 2. If we draw into a Null Drifter, we would be able to sweep the Flage with a double K return. That would give me a bit of time. End step, cast the K return. So we have a few outs. So, Temple, Null Drifter. I'll do it. Our turn, comrade. Do I sweep the Flage is the question. I think I do. Because if they attack, you just have to target self. And pass. There's a Seasoned Pyro. Draw. Plains. That doesn't do enough, does it? See, the problem here is they'll draw into another card. When they draw into another card, they can play the Pyro. The following turn they can win. I guess I'm not dead yet. Because at least I can Arena of Glory. Yeah, so I guess we simply exert. There's no reason to play the Pyro, because that just expedites their plan. So I think I just have to pass in full. And pass. There's a land, there's the plains that we already knew they had. Hasting. They have 2 hasty creatures? That'd be bad. A Johnny. We're not dead to a Johnny. So we're down to 1. Yes, we have to block the Seasoned Pyro. Yes. So I block the Seasoned Pyro. I get sent down to 1. I draw. K command works. If they were to find a fetch, they would be able to play the Flage. The problem is that I'm kind of locked out of playing anything They have 2 cards in hand as well. So I think I have to exile Johnny and exile a yard. I can exile 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, do I need to... I guess if they have a bombardment, they just win regardless, right? So I guess I could just make spawns and block with those. That way we can attack. Yeah, if they have a way to flip a Johnny, we just lose regardless. Well, I guess Galvanic Discharge would do the job, is the only problem. But I think we need to win. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to make spawns. Go to combat. So if they can't win this turn, we win. Pass. Land. We can block the Johnny, we can block the cat. Even if they flip the Johnny, they need a red permanent. Arid Mesa. Imagine they're looking for a Surveil, but what would a Surveil get them right now? Even a Flage wouldn't be enough, right? Marsh Flats. I mean, they're looking for something. No shot they have the Voice of Victory, Ragavan, and Blood Moon. Oh my god, we got there. So we block, we block, we block. No trample? No. Alright, we played it correctly. GG's. Alright, solid win against Energy. We'll be back for match number 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. I'll pass. We imprint Emrakul, cast Talisman. Do we play Rumble first before playing a land? Probably. Spire of Industry looks like Affinity at a glance. Play Emery. Lava Spur Boots and an Emery or a Tameo. Bobble, really? Mox up offline. Draw. Null Drift. Ugin Lab. I do wonder... I think I still imprint Emrakul. Talisman and pass. And pass. This way we can always Null Drift and sweep of a K return, ideally. Portable Hole is rude. In that case, we'll play the Breeding Pool. Thoughtcast. Draw 2. And pass. K command. Breeding Pool Shock. Ugin. I think we go with Sowing Myco Spawn. And pass. And hold. There's a Saga. We just need to hope that they don't have a Kappa Cannoneer at this point in time. Otawara. Do you have the Kappa? If so, we'll likely need to K command X equals 4. Right? 4? No. No plays. Interesting. Another Malevolent Rumble. Cavern of Souls. Name Eldrazi. Ooh. Light. Sowing Mycospawn. Cash Trigger. I am tempted to go for a Ghost Quarter to get rid of the Saga. It would add another type to Yard. Though you would have to deal with the Saga token, which would be okay. Ghost Quarter. I mean, you'll get it one way or another. Go to end step. No attacks. Make a construct. Ghost Quarter, Saga, and pass. 5 types in Yard. We'll bump it up to 7 with the K command. It is a 4/4. We'll take the 4. Another Saga. Rude. Well, here's the Kappa, so we desperately need to resolve Emrakul then. Yep, Kappa trigger. Take 5. Any reason not to? It's likely to grow next turn, so no. Down to 13, draw. Chrysalis. Chrysalis trigger. K command. Scry draw exile. 1. Trigger 2. Done. Always resolve. Bajukabog, target you. Seven types in Yard. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm short 1 now. Wonder if it may have been just best to K command. Make a construct, trigger Kappa. Because now I need to dig for a soul land, right? Yeah. It likely was just best for me to K command. Boot 7. Down to 6. Passing, draw. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11. Yeah, I messed up. Rumble. Temple. 7, 8, 9, 10. Does Temple get me there? I don't think it does. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so I messed up. I shouldn't have played the Writhing Chrysalis. Because now if they have a single artifact that ETBs, I lose. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have it next turn, but that might be a turn too slow. What are we missing? Artifact? I think so. Yeah. Damn. Alright. If you have an artifact to win, I mean, you're Affinity, so of course you do. Portable hole triggers. Yeah, so we messed up. Damn it. I'll concede. Yeah, if we, instead of playing the Writhing Chrysalis, simply play the K command X equals 2, spawn, exile the construct, we would have been able to cast the Emrakul the following turn, swing Kappa into Emrakul, and would have been fine. So that's on me. I was looking at how to advance my board state and not thinking about how that would put me back one additional mana, because I have to pay with spawns. Damn. Cut the gemstone, cut an Emrakul, and run it back. Yeah, I think if we had played that correctly, that likely would have resulted into a win. I'm pretty certain. We'll keep. Forest, Sprawl red, and pass, and pass. Seacrum Coast, Portable Hole, Rude. Draw, K command. Could go K command, X equals 1, but I think we set up for the return. Running cat, pass. Put pause on end step. Bridge. Emery. Yeah, so setting up for the turn is good here. Fetch. Stomping Ground tapped. Draw. Utopia Sprawl. Sprawl for red. Lab. Imprint. decay return. And pass. Next turn we can command X equals 3. If we draw into a temple, we can cast World Break. Another bridge. Tamiyo. We can deal with Tamiyo. Draw. Forest. They could have Consign, however, which is concerning. We play around the Metallic Rebuke or the Consign. We can actually play around one of those. I guess we can play around both. Okay, yeah, actually, so go to their upkeep. I don't want them attacking of Tamiyo. So we can pay for the Metallic Rebuke, but we can't do much about the Consign. So let's get Tamiyo out of the way. Let's see if they have the Consign to memory. They have the Consign, we'll pass. At least that gets it out of hand. If we draw into a land, we can World Break. Thoughtcast flips Tamiyo. That is less than ideal. Yeah, I need to get rid of Tamiyo. Emery. Yeah, need to get rid of Emery too now. Draw. Karn. Let's see if you have another Consign. Karn the Great Creator. Karn resolves. Minus Karn. Yes. We could grab Tormod's Crypt, get rid of everything Emery and Tamiyo want. I think that's right. Tormod's Crypt. And Tormod's Crypt target you. And pass. And pass. Ticks up Tamiyo. I do need to deal with Tamiyo, however. Saga. We can get rid of Saga with Breaker, but again, Tamiyo is a big issue. As would be a Kappa. Because you can improvise even through Karn's static, yeah. They realize that too. And they can hold up blue. Shoot. As long as they don't play another artifact, we need to draw into a land. If we draw into a land, then we should be fine. Draw. That's doesn't work. Because we went red instead of blue. Shit. Damn it all. Well, shoot. We could go EE, sweep for 1. That gets rid of the portable hole, gets rid of the Tamiyo. They have no artifacts in hand, but they would be able to bring one back if we EE and get rid of the portable hole. That is is a problem. Plussing Karn does nothing of value. Actually, hold up. I found the line. Thank God. EE. EE for 1. Done. Crack EE. For blue. Attached to the untapped forest. Null Drifter Evoke. Triggers. Draw 2. Sweep. There we go. Play the forest for turn and pass. Look at that. We figured it out. We're good. I didn't have a heart attack. Okay. We do need to still deal with Saga. We do have World Break next turn. Don't tell me I have another Kappa. Okay, that's fine. Spire, 2 cards in hand. Thought Cast draws 2. Not a fan of that. Portable Hole. Jesus. Okay, well, now we need a land for the World Break. Tameo. This feels oddly similar to where we were. Okay. Well. That's awkward. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana. I can play Karn. I can plus on Bridge. The problem with that is they'll still be able to Saga. So I think what I need to do is play Talisman. Well, we can play Talisman, go up to 5. There's no way for me to stop them from making another construct. So I need a blocker. Because it'll go up by 3, up to 8, down to 7. So I have no way of dealing with the construct at hand is the problem. So yes, I need to play the Talisman. Play Karn. Plus Karn on the Talisman. And pass. And pass. It still means I need a land, though. And they could very well have a Pithy Needle. Yes. There's a construct. Do you have a Pithy Needle for Karn? I'd imagine you do. Shadow Spear is fine, because you can't equip it. Yep, so that will attack Karn as expected. Talisman block. I need a land off top. Either that or an Emrakul. Tamiyo flips, so we're back at having to deal with Tamiyo again. Another Saga on top of which, of course. Bobble. So those are 10/10s. Draw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no, I don't have enough for Ugin. Land. Imprint. Or no imprint, rather. Again, we have nothing really in the sideboard that deals with the current board state. The only exception would have been the EE, which we currently don't have access to. So instead we World Break. World Break. Target Construct. Target Construct? I mean, otherwise Karn's down. Target Construct. Plus Karn on, I guess, a clue. And at that point we pass. The problem is the construct's now bigger than the World Break. So I'll block, but Karn can't do much. Yeah, even Tormod's Crypt's already in the yard too, so I can't exile my yard to grab back the EE. Go to combat. Attack at Karn. We'll block the construct. Down to 5. The thing is, the Karn just kind of acting as a distraction. Because we need to deal with the Tamiyo before it ults. Because if it ults, we most certainly lose. Oh, shit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess I can at least go after Kappa Cannoneer with a Stone Brain. We could plus on an artifact and shrink the construct. I could minus and actually go for... You know what? Maybe that might be worth it. Hold on. Minus and go for a blocker. Let's go Jailer. Do I have a reason to play a land right now? 3, 6, 7... No reason not to either. I'm gonna have to return Ugin to hand. Oh, I guess I did forget about that fact. I mean, I guess I needed to have a blocker, otherwise we're dead. Yeah. I don't think Ugin can save me, though. And if they have an Aether Spellbomb, we lose, right? Yeah, we lose to an Aether Spellbomb. Oh no, I guess we don't because Karn. Right. It's me. Yeah, the only problem is I still can't deal with their board state. Because I don't have an EE or EE equivalent. A K command would help. Yeah, that's pretty awkward. So we're going to be forced, like, I guess if they attack Karn, that's fine, because it means that we're not immediately dead next turn. But we still do need to deal with the constructs, which means I think I need a K command. Attacking me, attacking Karn. Yes. I'll block. Take 12 down to 7. Karn's down to 1. I need a way to get... And even EE into Yard now doesn't matter, or into Exile doesn't matter because I then can't minus for Karn. So I need a K command. Yes. I think K command is right now the answer. Minus for Thoughtcast. Plays Thoughtcast. That should be the last thing they can play this turn, though. They have a Kappa Cannoneer. Of course they have a Kappa Cannoneer. Why would they not have a Kappa Cannoneer? Right. I guess I can't tap for blue. That's funny. Yeah, it can tap as an artifact, but can't tap as blue. So they have no blue for Kappa. Unfortunate. I can play Ugin, and then what? I have no way to deal with the constructs. So I don't think I have any recourse in hand. The only way that I think I would have been able to survive this would have been a K command. Because, yeah, if we had a K command, that would have allowed me to Ugin, exile Tamiyo. 0 Ugin, exile a construct, exile Thought Knot Monitor, make a spawn. No, that still wouldn't have got me there. I guess no, with the breeding... No. Yeah, no, we had no way out. Alright. Because you'd make a spawn, but then there's still 12/12 bearing down on me. Yeah. We did. We did. There's no point in casting. Okay, yep, we'll concede. Rough. Really speaking, probably should have been able to make it to a game 3. It was just that I misplayed game 1. So, on one hand, some good matches. On the other hand, definitely 2 significant misplays or missed lines across 2 matches. So in Jeskai Ascendancy game 2, I should have swung in with Emery, locked Emery with Emrakul, went the end step, trigger Narset, pitch, hand, and pass. That would have let me... Oh, I still had the Flasian Yard, right? So, in that case... Was that that game? Or is that a different game? That may have been game 1. I'm trying to think. If that was game 1 or game 2. No, because we didn't cast anything in game 2. So that must have been game 1 where I bounced the Flage back to hand. And yeah, I let them keep the Consign. Which I'm still not sure was right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, game 2. I should have just Emery attack in to Emrakul, pass turn, pitch hand. Because once again, wasn't familiar with Narset and didn't really think about it. But that is good information to have. That if I've cast nothing, then I'll be able to just pitch hand and draw nothing, right? And then game 1 of Affinity, I should not have cast the Writhing Chrysalis. I should have simply cast the K command, X equals 2, make 2 spawns, exile construct. That would have, I think that was right, exile construct. That would have then allowed me to cast Emrakul the following turn, which would allow me to swing Kappa into Emrakul, and we should have at that point won from there. So 2 major misplays, but overall, still happy with the deck. I mean, not as happy with my performance there, but coming off the back of a very long day of Magic and travel as a result, I honestly am going to give myself a little bit of a break. You know, let's see, I woke up at 7, I got back from the RCQ, which started at 11. Because I had to wake up, get ready, drive my partner to work, drive from their work to the RCQ, which was an hour 30 away, play from 11 to 5:30. Yeah, 11 to 5:30 is right, because I got home by 7. Yeah, 11 to 5:30. So 6.5 hours of Magic. An additional hour and 30 minutes of travel. 8 food. Rested a little bit. And I was like, okay, time to record a video. So yeah, if you ever wonder why I upload on Patreon so late, it's because I record pretty much exclusively at night, somewhere between like 9 p.m. CST and 10 p.m. CST. If there's a challenge that I'm doing, then it's usually starting at 8 p.m. CST. So I'll give myself a little bit of a break for not seeing those lines. I don't think I would have seen the Narset line just because I was not familiar with Narset. So I'm actually happy that we lost that way, and my opponent pointed that out because that then teaches me something new since I wasn't familiar with the card. Whereas Affinity, I should have seen that line, and I should not have cast Writhing Chrysalis. So that is purely on me. I absolutely botched that one. But that being said, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. The goal is to not lose the same way you did before, if you can help it, of course. And you learn those lessons and make less mistakes next time. But with that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It is always appreciated. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers, at which point I'll be able to begin monetizing these videos and saving up towards a streaming PC. With that being said though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!